Thank you for clicking on this video. Welcome back, friends. The text came at 6:42 p.m. Plans changed. You're not coming on the cruise. It's for family only. I stared until the words blurred. Family only. A bitter joke, considering I had paid for the cruise, the flights, the hotel, every single cent. I could have called. I could have begged for a seat at the table I built. But I've learned that silence cuts cleaner than any argument. I put down my phone, turned off the stove, and sat in the dim kitchen, listening to the clock on the wall. Tick-tock, tick-tock. With every second, something inside me turned to stone. There was a time I would have done anything for him. After his mother left, it was just the two of us. He was 10, small, angry, too proud to cry. I worked double shifts, fixed his bikes, cheered at every game, and nursed every heartbreak. He once called me his hero, said I held his world together. I suppose I did, and that was my mistake. I made it too easy for him to take it all for granted. The drift started quietly. A missed birthday, a text left on read, excuses that always smelled like lies. Busy, forgot, next time. Then came the requests, always for money, short on rent. The car broke down just until payday. And like a fool, I gave every time. My love had become self-erasure disguised as generosity. But that text, family only, was the final snap. I wasn't family anymore. I was the bank. I didn't shout. I didn't cry. I planned. That night, I sat at my desk, digging through files, deeds, and joint accounts, every thread that tied him to me. By dawn, I had a plan. Clean, precise, and irreversible. First, the bank. I canceled every card with his name. Fraudulent activity, I said, my voice steady. They were frozen in an instant. Next, the house. The one I built after his mother left, the one he'd lived in rent-free for 2 years. It was still in my name. I listed it for a cash sale below market value. It was gone within a week. Then I disappeared. I changed my number, deleted my social media, and moved across state lines. No announcement, no explanation, just silence. He left for the cruise a few days later with his girlfriend, his mother, and her new husband, the real family. While they posted photos of cocktails and sunsets, I watched the house keys change hands and the money hit my account. I felt no guilt, only a strange, cold clarity. The storm began when he returned. First, dozens of calls, then frantic messages. Dad, my cards aren't working. Why is there a sold sign on the house? Where are you? I didn't respond, not yet. The next week, 2 police officers showed up at my new door, calm and polite. Your son filed a complaint. He thinks you stole his inheritance. I showed them the paperwork, the deeds, the statements, every signature, all legal, all mine. The younger officer glanced at the stack, then at me. Seems clear, sir. When they left, I sat alone again. But this time, the silence wasn't heavy. It was clean. He found me eventually. They always do. 3 months later, he stood on my porch, thinner, angrier, still dressed like a man who thought the world owed him everything. He didn't knock. He shouted through the screen door, "You ruined my life." I looked at him, really looked. The same eyes that once looked up to me were now filled with nothing but entitlement and rage. I stepped closer. "No," I said, my voice quiet. "I just stopped financing it." He froze, and in that silence he understood. This wasn't revenge, it was release. I closed the door before he could reply, watched his reflection fade from the glass. He stood there for a long time, maybe waiting for me to open it again, to take it all back. I didn't. I poured a drink, sat by the window, and watched him walk away, down the road, past the mailbox bearing a name that no longer meant anything to him. He never came back. Sometimes I think about that cruise, the laughter, the family photos, the empty seat that was supposed to be mine, and I smile. Because while he was sailing on calm waters, I was burning the bridges behind him, one signature at a time. When the tide turned, he found nothing left to return to. No house, no money, no father waiting at the door. Just the echo of his own words, still hanging in the air. It's for family only. And for the first time in my life, I finally listened.
Thanks for watching PastQuest. If you enjoyed the journey into history, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more amazing stories from the past. See you in the next quest.